Hi friends, it's time for math. So what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and get out your math sheet. It is math sheet 277 and 278. I want you to have that close. We're not going to use it just yet, but we are going to use it in the video. So go ahead and have that close. All right, the first thing I want you to do is we're going to warm up a little bit for math. So how we're going to do that is we're going to practice counting by tens. So what I want you to do is I want you to stand up and you can do some jumping jacks. And we're going to count by tens from 10 all the way to 200. I'm going to make it really challenging on you. All right, so I'm going to count and you can do jumping jacks, or you can clap your hands, or you can touch your nose, or you can dab. You can do whatever you want. All right, so let's count by tens. Here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200. Very good. So what we're going to do again to warm up is I'm going to show you some numbers on my cards. And on my cards, I want you to look at those numbers. And if there's a 0 in the ones place, then I want you to put your hand on your head, okay? Look for a 0 in the ones place. Here we go. Your first number. No 0, just an 8. What about this one? No 0, a 7. What about this one? Yes, a 0 in the ones place. Nope, just a 1. Nope, just a 3. What about this one? Yep, a 0 in the ones place. What about this one? 0 in the ones place. What about this one? 0 in the ones place. Very good. So when we round numbers, boys and girls, we're looking at the number in the ones place. And tomorrow we're going to talk more about that today, but for tomorrow we're going to talk more about that in math, excuse me. But today we're going to talk about when we round numbers, we're looking at numbers that end in 0. We're looking at numbers, the tens. We're looking at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. We're looking at those numbers that end in 0. So I have a number line on the board. Why do you think it's called a number line? Well, it's a line and it has numbers on it. Ha ha ha. So if we are looking at a number line, Grandma and I made cookies. Who likes cookies? Me. I love cookies. So if I'm making cookies with Grandma, and let's say that I made 43 chocolate chip cookies. Is that your favorite cookie? Chocolate chip cookies. I made 43. Can you find 43 on the number line? Yes, here it is, 43. Now, I know that the exact number of cookies I made was 43, but I want to know about how many cookies that is. So when I'm talking about how many cookies that is, I'm going to round it. And when I round, I'm going to find the 10 that it's closest to. So if I'm counting by tens, remember we just did that, what 10 is 43 closest to? Well, I put it on a number line to help you visually get a picture of what it looks like, because to me that helps me understand a little bit more. So if I'm looking at 43, is it closer to 40 or is it closer to 50? Remember, when we're rounding, our number is going to end with 0. So what 10 is 43 closest to? Well, I can look on the number line and see that it's much closer to 40 than it is all the way down here to 50. So about how many chocolate chip cookies did Grandma and I make? Well, we made 40. Okay, now, we also were really stir crazy during this quarantine, and guess what? Grandma and I made 38 sugar cookies. 38 sugar cookies. We need a hobby because we're baking all kinds of cookies during the quarantine, right? So we made 38 cookies. So on this number line, I want you to find 38. All right, so here is 38. Now, if I'm looking at this number 38, I want to know about how many cookies that is. So what 10 is it closest to? Is it closest to 30 or is it closest to 40? Well, let's look. What's it closest to? Definitely closer to 40. So we made about 40 sugar cookies. Now, if I wanted to know how many cookies, about how many cookies Grandma and I made all together, I'm gonna take our about 40 chocolate chip that we made and about 40 sugar cookies that we made, and I'm going to add that together. And what is 40 plus 40? 80, very good. So about how many cookies did Grandma and I make? Well, we made about 80. Now, is that the exact number of cookies that we made? No, it's just it's just like a close estimate, okay? It's an estimation, all right? So we made about 80 cookies. Now, we're going to talk more about this tomorrow, but for today, I just wanted to introduce that when you round a number, you're looking at the 10 that it's closest to. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever. And that number that you round it to is always going to end in a 0, okay? So I want you to get your math paper and I want you to look at math page 278. And we're going to work on that through the video. I'm going to do it with you. It says numbers rounded to the tens place. Numbers rounded to the tens place have a 0 in the ones place. I'm at the top of page 278. Okay, look at number 1. Mark the circle under the numbers that are rounded to the tens place. You're looking for if they end in a 0. So what numbers are rounded to the tens place there? 20, good. 50 and 80, very nice. Look at number 2. You're going to write what I ask you to write. Here we go. Just like you would do on a test. Number 2, letter A, $200. I'm sorry, scratch that one. Letter A, let me try this again. $240.07. $240.07. Letter B, 9 1/3. 9 1/3. I'm going to erase this while you're doing that. Letter C, 18,060. 18,060. And letter D, 5,003. 5,003. All right, number 3. Remember, you can press pause if you need more time. Number 3, combination A, 15 minus 7. 15 minus 7. Combination B, 9 times 2. 9 times 2. Remember, when we multiply a number times 2, we're going to double that number, okay? Letter C, 12 divided by 2. 12 divided by 2. When we divide a number by 2, we don't double it, we cut it in half, okay? So 12 divided by 2. Letter D, 9 plus 4. 9 plus 4. Letter E, 15 minus 8 plus 3. Letter E, 15 minus 8 plus 3. And letter F, 8 plus 6. Letter F, 8 plus 6. All right. Let's go back to number 2 and let's see if you got these right. Let's go back to number 2 and let's see if you got them right. All right. Letter A was $200. I'm sorry, I did it again. $240.07. $240.07. Does yours look like mine? Letter B, 9 1/3. Okay, you're writing a mixed number. So remember, a mixed number is a whole number plus a fraction. Okay, a whole number and a fraction. So 9 1/3. So a whole number 9, and our fraction is 1/3, because we know 3 is third. Okay, we divide something in thirds, we divide it in 3 equal pieces. Letter C, 18,060. Okay, 18,000, we do our comma, 60. Do we have any hundreds? Nope, so we have to put a 0 there to hold its place. Letter D was 5,003. 5,000 with our comma, and then 3. We don't have any hundreds, any tens, but we have 3 ones. Okay, number 3. 15 minus 7 is 8. B, 9 times 2. We're going to double that 9. 9 times 2 is 18. Letter C, 12 divided by 2. So when we divide something by 2, we cut it in half. So 12 cut in half is 6. Letter D, 9 plus 4 is 13. That was easy. Letter E, 15 minus 8 plus 3 should give you 10. And letter F, 8 plus 6 is 14. All right, so I want you to look at your story problems. Noah and his family enjoy hiking on the trails near their camp. They hiked 2 hours on Monday, 4 hours on Wednesday, and 3 hours on Thursday. How many hours did they hike all together? So you see that word all together, that means we're going to do what? We're going to add. Very good. Well, what are we going to add? We're going to add all the information. What are they asking? How many hours? Okay, so you see how that word is red? Hours, okay? So that's what we're looking for. How many hours all together? So you're going to make a number sentence. So look back at your problem and find your important information. How many hours did they hike all together? How many hours did they hike on Monday? 2. Plus, how many did they hike on Wednesday? 4. Plus, how many did they hike on Thursday? 3. How many hours did they hike all together? Well, we know we're adding these. So 2 plus 4 plus 3 equals 9. Now, we can't just leave it at 9. We have to put a label on our answer, okay? We have to label it because we don't know what we're talking about. 9 hours, 9 dogs, 9 cats, 9 seconds, 9 shirts. We don't know. Well, we have to go back in the story and look at what we're talking about. What did we count all together? How many hours? So you're going to write not just 9, but label it 9 hours, okay? Look at number 5. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to label our answer. Number 5, Noah and his brother took several pictures on their hikes. Noah took 20 pictures. His brother took half as many pictures as Noah. How many pictures did his brother take? Well, let's go back. we're looking at how many pictures did Noah take, and his brother took half as many. So when we know when we're talking about half as many, we're going to divide. Okay, so how many pictures did Noah take? He took 20. And we're going to divide. And if we're talking about half as many, we're going to divide by 2. So 20 divided by 2, and that should tell us how many pictures his brother took. So what is 20 divided by 2? Well, when we divide anything by 2, we're going to take half of that. So if we half 20, we know that it is 10. So 20 divided by 2 equals 10. Now we have to put a label. What are we talking about here? Are we talking about hours? Are we talking about puppies? What are we talking about? No, we're talking about pictures. So 10 pictures. Now look at your last one. How many pictures did the boys take all together? So you're going to have to go back in your story problem and find how many did Noah take, and we just found out how many his brother took. So how many did Noah take? 20. And how many did his brother take? 10. Well, it said how many did they take all together? So what are we going to do there? We're going to add. So 20 plus 10 equals how many? 30. 30 what? What are they asking? How many pictures did they take? 30 pictures. So we're going to have to start, when we get a story problem, labeling our answer. Okay? Labeling our answer. All right? So what I want you to do is you're going to turn and do page 277 on your own. If you have any questions, you can always go back and rewatch the video, but I hope it has been helpful for you today. Okay? And I'll see you guys tomorrow.